Hi, Deidre. Sorry, I thought we had already gotten this out to you. We've made the coding changes, but have not gotten the screencast out to you yet. So I'm here to go ahead and run over the system here with you real quick, show you what we did, and show you where you can change stuff in the WooCommerce system in the area in there. So back here in the dashboard, under WooCommerce over here, I'm going to come to Settings. And under Settings, I'm going to have, there's Checkout right here. I'm going to click on that. And that's going to show me all the different checkout options that we have available. The first page is just going to show you some general options. And then the next one is going to, and then the next ones are going to show you the payment options that are available to this system. We have PayPal active right now. When you click on that, in here, under PayPal, you're going to see we have PayPal email and receiver email, and these are both going now to the PatFraley Teaches at AOL.com. And if you change one of these, you need to change both, just to let you know. That's what that's for. The rest of these are optional. We don't need an identity token here. The invoice prefix is just a prefix that comes up in front of the invoice. We just put PF there for right now. The payment action is set to capture instead of authorize, and the difference being is capture will capture those funds immediately. Authorize authorizes them and then captures them after a period of time, usually 72 hours, giving the individual time to just go ahead and cancel that order and not worry about any funds actually being transferred. The PayPal allows you to just refund a payment immediately through their system by just clicking a button, so there's really no need not to capture the funds immediately. If they need to be processed, PayPal will make a refund anytime within 30 days of the order, a full refund, and that's available. You can even make a refund later than that, but PayPal has to do it. But it's available in the system to refund immediately. So we set that to capture, so it captures the funds immediately. Everything else, none of these should be checked, and page style does not need to be changed. Make sure that this button right here, Enable PayPal Sandbox, is not selected. If that's selected, you will not be able to process payments at all. It will place you into a sandbox and will not allow live payment processing. So you want to make sure that that is not checked. We've also enabled logging so that any errors or any events you should be aware of will get logged to this particular file right here on the server. Over here, and once you've made these changes, all you have to do, of course, is come down here and click Save Changes, and that will make those changes. Just remember, if you do change this email address, the PayPal email address, also change the receiver email address too. So up here is the tab for shipping. I'm going to go ahead and go to that. And you'll see what I've done here is I've disabled shipping. So that now this is disabled across the site so that no matter where anyone goes, they won't get any shipping fees. Nothing will be attached in any way, shape, or form to the system shipping-wise at all, just to let you know. We had it configured for flat rate shipping for $10 an item. If you do have items, like some items get free shipping, but other items get a flat rate shipping fee, just let us know because we can totally change that. That's not a problem at all. We can absolutely change that to where certain items get a certain amount of shipping and other items get free shipping. That's not a problem at all. In the emails over here, which is where the system generates the emails, you'll notice that there is, on these emails, you have your main email options, of course. And then over here you have emails for new orders, processing order, completed orders, customer invoice, customer note, resetting the password, and new account emails. One of the things you'll notice here is that the actual content of the email isn't really editable. So you're going to see that what we have here is recipients, and this doesn't have anything to do with the customer at all. This is, for instance, if you have several people that you want notified that there's a new order in, you can go ahead and put in the emails with just a comma separating them, and then we'll send an alert to everybody on that list. Since there isn't anybody in there, it will send an alert to this, which is the default email for the system, so that's where it'll go right now. And so to change that, you just want to enter, like for instance, I can enter in right here. Let me go back over to Settings and come into PayPal. I'm going to copy that email address, PatFraley Teaches at AOL.com. Copy that, come over, back over to here. I'm just going to go ahead and place that in there. So now when an order comes through, that email address will automatically get copied over to PatFraley Teaches at AOL.com, as well as getting sent to the system administrator. So one of the things you'll notice in here is you'll see these little brackets with things like site title and stuff and order number. You want to be sure not to remove those. Those are little short codes that tell WooCommerce needs to put certain information in there. One being the site title, and here's your new customer order, and the order number. So you want to leave that information, you want to leave this stuff unchanged. Or if you do change, just be sure not to change anything that's in the short code brackets, just the information that's surrounding it. And then here you have the email heading, new customer order, and email type. The actual content of the email and the way that's structured is actually in these templates. And to override those, you actually have to edit PHP. So good news is we do all of our own PHP now. I learned how to write PHP, so I no longer have to send PHP out at all. I can go ahead and do that all myself now. So now, since I no longer have to wait on other developers for PHP work, I can get PHP work done a lot faster. I mean, a lot faster. So I'm very happy about that. Anyway, you'll notice one thing as you go through these that really the main content of that email can't be changed. Just the email heading and the email subject, and whether you want this email to go out at all. For instance, if you don't want notifications to go out when an order's processing, and let's say you make a note on that order, you don't want that note to go out to the customer, just unselect this and then save it. And what will happen is then when there is a change during the processing, the customer won't get any alert on that. They won't get anything until the order's actually been completed, and then they'll receive this email here. And that's what all of these are. It's allowing you to either choose to send out these notifications or not, and then to change a certain amount of information in there and also the format in which they go out. Unfortunately, the actual content, as I said, is in PHP files, and you do have to know PHP to be able to edit those. We did go in and remove the small tags that were surrounding the download link. That's what was making it smaller. It was reducing the font size by about 20 or 25%, wrapping it in those small tags. So anyway, we removed those small tags, and so the download link should be normal size now. If you do want it even bigger than that, just let us know. The CSS that is in those emails that goes out is actually embedded into the emails, so it's actually generated in these PHP files. So that email, you actually have to go in and change the CSS in those files. Changing it in the central CSS file here is not actually going to make any changes, I'm afraid. So, and you notice in this CSS file, we're putting custom CSS down here at the end. You can also put custom CSS here now in the custom CSS file right here. So you can put it in both. It doesn't matter. This theme doesn't. There's no reason to. This is misstyle from WooThemes that is completely compatible with WooCommerce, and there's really no reason. They don't really do any major updates to these. It's already responsive and anything, and there's no other features that you would ever need. So if I were you, I probably would not update this theme unless it was necessary to update it for compatibility with a newer version of WordPress or something along those lines. So if you do, just let us know, because there are a couple of theme files in here that we would need to go back in and change. So simple as that. And do be aware that any styling in the style sheet right here that is not moved to the custom CSS, that will actually get overridden by an update. So there are a couple of changes to template files as well as some changes to WooCommerce core files. So anytime that you're going to be doing any updating or anything, just let us know. We could either create a screencast showing you how to go in and make those changes, or we can just go in and do them ourselves. It just takes a couple of minutes. As I said, now that I know how to write PHP, I can do that type of stuff much, much quicker than I did before. So anyway, that's about all I have. If you have any other questions or anything, or if there's anything we forgot to cover, just let us know. Thanks. Bye.